Hello everybody, and welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. As always, I am WildWeiler. That's right. It's me. This past week, I was invited by the furry Illuminati to go to an island in the Pacific where we hunted the most dangerous game. Monopoly. Anyways, because of that, I've been away from my desk. Which is to say there's not a lot to talk about this week, but I wanted to check in with you all and talk about, what's going to be happening in my life soon, which is to say, art school is starting back up again, and that's exciting. I will be taking, if I could get these arms to work. I don't know why they're cranked or whatever. I think my beard has gotten to a length where it constantly confuses them for an arm. Don't ask me why it does that. I think it has something to do with the fact that this rig only has 3 fingers, so it's desperately, it knows it doesn't have a full lock on my hands. Not sure. I bet I could fix it by adding an invisible bone. But then I'd have invisible bones. And is that worse than having dry bones? That's the real question. Anyways, art school is starting back up on September 17th. I am taking a screen printing class and a figure drawing class, and I am very excited for both. Which is good, because I feel like I stagnated a little bit over the summer, but also I was really burnt out by the end of the last term. So I think I'm back. I have a really cool project underway that I'm not going to talk about, but if you know, you know. And I'm really excited for where my art and my education is going to go in the near future. I really, really am. So yeah, in the meantime, I don't know what to do because I'm not a digital artist. So I was like, I could host a art stream, but I'm not a digital artist pretty firmly. And I don't want to do a stream that's just me sketching to try to figure out how to become a digital artist, but maybe I should do that. Maybe that's a way to just show that the process is learning. I don't know, but that's a thought. I think this channel here is entering a time of listlessness where I don't know what I want it to be. I do like giving out my opinions on things, and we're going to do a movie review this week, and that'll be fun. But just for this opening bit, I'm drifting. And not in a bad way. This is definitely one of those not all who wander are lost situations, but I'm wandering. And every now and then it's like, wish I had somebody in this space to wander with. But that's a whole other problem. Well, I promised a movie review, and here it is. I saw Jurassic World Rebirth. So I like the Jurassic Park movies. And what I mean recently is over the course of the past week, I actually watched all 3 of them. Which is actually, now that I think of it, probably where that island joke came from. Anyways, I watched all 3 of them, and 2 out of the 3 hold up really well. The third one is just pulpy, but I think it was always pulpy. 1 and 2, great. Super great. Super, super great. Laura Dern can get it. I don't care what anybody says. She's a phenomenal actor. I really like how care went into those movies, and it shows at every level in that they just aged well from a technical perspective as well. It's amazing, to the point where there is a part of me that wonders about that movie that came out with Ryan Gosling, Fall Guy. Where is that going to age well from an effect standpoint, because so much of the movie was done with practical effects, and I guess we'll just have to see. Anyways, you can tell that I really enjoyed Jurassic World Rebirth because I'm definitely not talking about a different movie, or 4 different movies, I should say. Now, for those of you that don't know, Jurassic World Rebirth is a rebirthing of the double birthing of triple birth, and by that I mean Jurassic World, I guess. So they axed Chris Pratt, which is good, I suppose. And then they got ScarJo, so she's there now. The thing is Rebirth is very clearly supposed to be a spiritual remake of Jurassic Park: The Lost World, but it doesn't understand Jurassic Park: The Lost World. In Rebirth, Scarlett Johansson is an operative lady. She has a gun and a license to grill and kill if she wants to. And in the post-climate change world, the dinosaurs are dying. And I know what you're thinking, Wild. Didn't the dinosaurs already die? Yes. So these aren't real dinosaurs. These are fake well, some of them are real dinosaurs. But basically, the dinosaurs in this movie are evil monsters, quite literally, because I guess the Science Corporation was like, we're tired of making normal dinosaurs that everybody loves, we're just going to make scary, scary monsters, which is the version of Hungry Hungry Hippos I can get behind. Anyways, so the scary, scary monsters... Anyways, the scary, scary monsters, there's a D-Rex, it has 4 arms and kind of looks like the Rancor from Star Wars. That's not super important. They kind of show him at the beginning. I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, Scarlett Johansson is an operative secret agent lady who has a crew of operative secret agent people who the company hires to get samples from the dinosaurs. So that way they can make a blood pressure medication. Which is wild because, just as an aside, when we make blood pressure medications from animals, it's not because of their DNA. It's because they produce a chemical compound that we can't produce at scale artificially, or it comes with other chemical compounds in the way that they make it that work, or they have an enzyme, or any number of things. We can't just make things chemically. Like, the animals, including humans, are a chain of cells and organs and things that make chemicals. Okay, we're all chemical factories. And you can't just make that artificially. Long story short, they need dinosaur DNA to make a blood pressure medication, which isn't how blood pressure medication works. So they have to do some stuff, and you think, oh, okay, cool. They have 3 dinosaurs to capture, they need 3 sources of DNA, bing, bang, boom. I understand the flow of this movie. You don't. So the first half of the movie is like getting the first dinosaur, and it takes forever, and it is boring. It really is. It's really boring. They could not decide if they wanted the movie to be a scary movie about monsters chasing special forces people through the jungle, a la Alien, or a family running away from monsters, a la Jumanji. And so both are happening at the same time. Both movies are happening at the same time. Alien and Jumanji, and it doesn't work. Because you can't pace 2 movies that are laid over the top of each other well. And also, both of them are bad movies. Not Alien and Jumanji, but these messed up versions of them that are also, remember, trying to be crammed together in a spiritual remake of Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Also, Scarlett Johansson's acting is kind of bad at a lot of parts. Also, a lot of other people's acting is kind of bad at a lot of parts. But that doesn't matter, because the plot also sucks. And so they do some dinosaur stuff. They get some dinosaur samples. Whoop-de-freak-a-doo. There's an evil dinosaur. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. I don't know how to describe the plot to you, because it's just a mishmash of other movies' plots. At no point in time are you like... There's I think, one surprise in the whole movie. There's exactly one. And I can't really spoiler that because that feels wrong, so I'm going to spoiler it. So don't spoil yourself if you don't want to hear it. The only surprise is when the rescue helicopter comes, it goes through the fog, and then the Tyrannosaurus pulls it out of the air. And then they have to escape a different way. But this is like 15 minutes before the movie ends, so it's like... I don't know. It just felt weird. Like, the chase doesn't... Like, they've been chased the whole time up to the movie till that point, and then whatever. Anyway, spoiler zone over. So, yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth sucks. I'm giving it a 3. Bing. Yeah. Sorry. I'm realizing I watched a lot of movies this week, because the other movie I watched was called After the Sunset. And this is a movie starring... This is a crazy cast, by the way. Pierce Brosnan, Selma Hayek, Woody Harrelson, and Don Cheadle. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. It's a very 2000s, like, sort of heisty movie, but not really. It's not a heist movie. It's billed as a heist movie, but in its own weird way, it's like a dramedy. It's more of a dramedy than anything. And Pierce Brosnan and Salma Hayek play retired gem thieves. And they're retired, and there's a gem that comes to their area. And now they have to choose whether or not they're going to steal it. And Woody Harrelson is the FBI agent who's on their feet the whole time. On their heels. Not their feet, on their heels. The movie does a good job of using emotional stakes as its source of tension. There's not realistically the, like, threat of violence in a, like, really serious way. I will say John Cheadle's character is, like, wasted both in the plot and in the movie. Like, he's not needed. You could eliminate him from the movie and everything would kind of roughly work out the way it does. That's not really a spoiler. He's introduced pretty late. It is what it is. So, After the Sunset is about how people who have chosen to go on a journey through life together, thinking they agreed how that journey would be, adapt when they realize some things might need to change. I'm not sure it takes that message all the way to the end, but how it does its journey is quite interesting. There were 3 different mini twists, because it's not a big suspending movie. These aren't huge winds. They're just tiny twists. There were 3 mini twists that genuinely surprised me in the movie. And I really liked it. It's on Netflix. After the Sunset, you don't have to pay a lot of attention to it. It's an hour and 30 some odd minutes long. So it's not even that exhaustive. I'd recommend it. I think you should see it. Hey, it is what it is. I'm going to actually give it a 7. I think I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's the type of movie that would normally get a 6 here, but it's really well executed. So I'm going to give it a 7. Go watch it. It's fine. It's fun. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry that this video is not going to be edited down. I'm just throwing this right into my video editor thing and exporting it right out because I don't have time right now. There's a part of me that's like, hey, should I hire an editor for these things? And then just do the script and hand a whole bunch of, like, clips of things to an editor and let the editor do it. The problem is I don't know anybody in video development that I could hire to do that work. So that's the problem. But I am really wanting to make these sort of videos because they help me ground myself. Like, what's going on? What am I doing? And the answer is I'm trying to make art. And I'm not doing it as much as I would like because things are hard. But I'm glad I can still share this time with the internet. Yeah. Also, if you're a person on the internet and you're like, hey, that WildWeiler guy is the kind of person I want to do things with, I'm not taking applications because that's weird. I am kicking around the idea of doing one of those, like, watch along shows, like, not like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but more like those podcasts where they watch an episode of the show and then they talk about it the whole time. I've been kicking that around. I don't know what show, but there's a part of me that's like, that'll be fun. I feel like you need a co-host for that, though. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I have to get back to the island because Monopoly got out again, and we just can't let that happen. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.